Hey everyone, welcome to First Nature Backland. If you like this content, please like, subscribe, comment, and tap the notification bell. Thanks.
Walther P22, strong enough for a man?
pH valid for a girl.
Just another day at the range. Ready?
So this video was suggested to me by Squatting Buck Outdoors. He works behind the local gun counter here in the Sacramento area, and we got to talking, and he says that people are always coming in asking about the Walther P22. And what do you know? I happen to have one. So thanks to Squatting Buck Outdoors for the tip. Go check him out. He has a new YouTube channel with some soon-to-come outdoorsman content. And just real quick, I am an Amazon affiliate, so I'll have links in the description to things that I'm using, such as the targets and other items related to the Walther P22. So if you want to purchase some aftermarket accessories, check out the links. You might find something that you're interested in. The links take you right to an Amazon page where you can make the purchase for that item, and it helps out the channel. So thanks very much. And thank you to everyone who watches this video and all my new subscribers. So right off the bat, I'm just going to get this out of the way. This is an excellent entry-level pistol. I don't care what anybody says. It's very popular. It's a semi-automatic. It's chambered in .22 long rifle, otherwise known as .22 LR. It's compact, affordable. The ergonomics are fantastic. It fits in big old bear paws like my hands. And it's great for small hands too. That's what it's designed for. It's fully ambidextrous. There's plenty of aftermarket accessories available, plenty of holsters that you can choose from. And it was released in 2002. It comes from the factory with 2 magazines. One of them has a pinky extension in case you prefer that for extra comfort. It also comes with 2 different size back straps. So right off the bat, the Walther P22 comes with items where you can slightly customize it depending on your comfort level. It comes with extra front sights. Sometimes the front sight does get bumped off, so it's nice that they provide those extra front sights so you can just pop one back in. It also comes with a plastic carrying case, which often goes unappreciated because not all firearms come with carrying cases. Ruger, for example, who makes an excellent firearm, their firearms come in cardboard boxes. So it's nice to have that plastic carrying case because not all new gun owners may have a range bag to carry their gun to the range with. So that plastic carrying case is a nice little perk. And it also comes with an excellent manual. Not everyone talks about firearm manuals, but Walther P22 has an excellent manual. It goes over the firearm in great detail, all its features, how to use it. So read through the manual when you pick up your new firearm. That is a must. So this is going to trigger a lot of gun owners and people who work behind the counter, but the Walther P22 is often dismissed as a viable option for new female gun owners. New female gun owners. It's just not taken seriously when they ask to see it, and they ask, why didn't you show me this one? Well, what about this one? And I think that's a huge mistake. Smaller statures have a more difficult time growing accustomed to the felt recoil of larger caliber firearms, while the Walther P22 offers them a chance to grow into the feel of shooting. Selling a new female gun owner who's never fired a gun before, a higher caliber, like let's just say a 9mm or a 380 auto, it's just going to potentially push them away from actively practicing with it, which is then going to push them away from their right, which is then going to make them less effective at using it, should God forbid they ever have to use it. And as firearms owners, we're always preaching safe use, practice, always be aware of the target, be effective, hit the target. Well, if we sell them a firearm that they can't handle effectively, no matter how much time and practice that they get in, then should God forbid they ever have to use it, they're not going to be effective. And the likelihood of them missing their target and hitting an innocent bystander or just causing someone else property damage and being sued is going to ruin their life, all because they were sold something that they can't handle. This goes for anyone. The best firearm you could possibly use is the one that you are most comfortable using, because the comfort in use is going to enable you to be effective with it, is going to enable you to enjoy your time at the range. You're not going to get frustrated because you can't pull the slide back. I can't tell you how many times I've gone into a gun shop and seen the person behind the counter showing a female customer a Glock 19 or a Glock 26 or a Smith & Wesson SDV9, and they can't pull the slide back. Watching the person behind the counter instructing them on how to pull the slide back, just point it at the wall, pull the slide back, grip it on the serrations, grip it real tight, and just pull it back. And they can't do it. And it's like, dude, Just show them something that's easier to pull back, even if it is just a 22 caliber. These ladies are showing interest in wanting to defend themselves with their God-given right of self-defense and their protected right for keeping and bearing arms. And you're going to push them away from something that they can, without a doubt, use to something that they're going to have such a difficult time just operating when they're target shooting, all because you think you know what's best for them. And the best thing you could possibly use is what you are most effective with, which means what you are most comfortable with using. So on to the ammo comparison. As far as grouping goes, CCI Stinger, although we did have, I think, one failure to eject out of that grouping, but that was it. The overall grouping was excellent. The Aguila grouping looks good, but those rounds were just trouble. Every time we loaded up magazines, it was 3 or 4 trigger pulls for every 1 bullet being fired. CCI Blazer, we had troubles with that one as well. Not as nearly as many as Aguila. And as far as overall performing, no failures. Arms Corps USA takes the cake, and the grouping on Arms Corps USA isn't that bad. The more I use Arms Corps USA, the more I'm impressed with that brand of ammo. I've used it with my 38 Special, my 45 8CP. I haven't found it in 9mm yet, but I am pretty impressed with Arms Corps USA.
Okay, so we're back home from the range. I got my stepdaughter Madeline with me.
Hi.
And we're going over just some final thoughts of the Walther P22, the California version. Maddie, what are your thoughts on the Walther P22? Did you have a good time today?
Yeah, it's easy to shoot.
Was it comfortable in your hands?
Yeah, it's comfortable. It's like light too.
Was pulling back the slide easy, or did you find it difficult?
It's easy. It can be a little hard sometimes, but it's easy.
So it's like it's easy once you get used to it. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Definitely easier than some of my other guns.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, everyone, this is Madeline. She's my stepdaughter, and she loves to shoot. So she may be in some future videos. When you think of what a good first gun is, think of what a good first car is. You want something that's reliable, something that's fuel efficient, something that is easy to drive, something that you can get used to. And the Walther P22, it fits all those criterias. It's comfortable, it's easy to use, it's economical, the ammo for it is cheap, and you can use it very often and have a very good time with it. You can pick up a Walther P22 in the Sacramento area for around $279. That's a deal. That is not expensive. And a box of ammo, Arms Corps USA, $4.99 for a box of 50. Blazer Brass, $4.99 for a box of 50. CCI Stingers, $10.99 for a box of 50. I mean, it's very inexpensive to take this to the range, have a good time, train, get comfortable, become efficient, and know how to use it, as opposed to getting something that's a larger caliber because somebody else told you that this isn't sufficient for self-defense, and you use that larger caliber at the range and you can never get used to that recoil. You can never get comfortable with it, and your groups on the target are spread out if you're even hitting the paper at all, because you just can't become efficient with it because you can never get comfortable with it. That is not going to help you in a self-defense situation. The best thing you could possibly use in a self-defense situation is what you are most comfortable using. So don't let others fool you. A 22 should not ever be overlooked as an option for self-defense, because there are some people out there who this is the best thing that they could possibly use. Some cons of the Walther P22 is that they are prone to feed and ejection failures. Not so much a fault of the gun, it's a fault of the type of ammo. Anything that is of low velocity, 1,200 feet per second or less, that box of ammo may or may not work well with the Walther P22. It's designed for high velocity rounds. We experienced some failure to feed and failure to ejects, and those started with the lower velocity rounds. But one other thing that can lead to those failures is also not cleaning the firearm. So I did not clean this pistol since the last time we used it. And this next time at the range, we experienced these failures. We didn't have them at first, but it wasn't until we used the Aguila rounds that we started experiencing failures. And then every box that we used after that, we were experiencing failure. So I have a feeling what we were experiencing today is due to the gun not being cleaned since the last time I used it. A 22 pistol should be cleaned after every trip to the range. That's any 22 firearm, whether it's a pistol or a rifle, because the nature of the 22, it's a very dirty round. The carbon will build up in there very quickly, and if you don't clean it after the range, you'll have issues on your next trip. So use high velocity ammo and keep your firearm clean, and you will not have any issues with this pistol. As I said earlier, I think this is an excellent choice for a first time firearm purchase, or even for someone who maybe is an elderly individual, or you're just not as strong as you used to be, and it's hard for you to pull back those slides. Something like this is an excellent choice to at least enable you to defend yourself somewhat. This is going to piss off a lot of gun owners and people who work behind the counter, but I've seen it so many times. A lady at the gun counter with the sales associate on the other side, struggling so hard that they're shaking, and they just can't do it. And so I'm observing this sales associate behind the counter saying, yeah, just point it at the wall. So the lady points it at the wall. She says, now grab it from the serrations on the side and just pull it straight back. And this is what happens. And they just can't do it. So why pass up someone's comfort level and ease of use to show them something that is likely not going to help them, and if they should, God forbid, ever have to use it, will probably get some innocent person killed because they can't use it effectively. So in my humble opinion, there's no better entry-level pistol for someone of smaller stature than the Walther P22. Thanks for watching First Nature Backline, and we'll see you next time. Say bye, Maddie.
Bye.
Okay.
I need water.